Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jeremy Sadowski, and I'm here to bring you exciting Maricosta Mustang varsity football. Tonight, the Mustangs start Bay League action versus the Palos Verdes Sea Kings. Of course, the Sea Kings are led by former Mustang quarterback Guy Gardner, and Guy was also an assistant coach back when I played here at Maricosta in 1990, and he was an assistant under head coach Don Morrow for the first two championship teams here at Maricosta. Of course, on the first one being in 1993, we are celebrating the 25th anniversary of that first championship game. Also, Guy was a member of Don Morrow's staff for the 1997 CIF champions. So Guy Gardner is quite a familiar face here at Maricosta, being a former player and a coach. Coach Gardner has turned Palos Verdes into quite a powerhouse here in the South Bay. They have been to 3 CIF championship games and have won twice in Guy Gardner's tenure at Palos Verdes. This matchup is always a very physical matchup. As you know, Coach Morrow has always ran a very well-balanced offense and likes to establish the run and set up the pass. And Guy Gardner is real similar in his approach. However, this year, the Palos Verdes Sea Kings feature a very powerful running attack, so we'll be seeing a lot of running tonight from the Sea Kings. So it's going to come down to a battle on the line of scrimmage as we see the Mustang offensive and defensive linemen getting ready for tonight's contest. The Sea Kings enter tonight's game with a 2-3 record, but don't let that record fool you. Just like head coach Don Morrow likes to schedule a very tough non-league schedule for the Mustangs, so does Guy Gardner for the Sea Kings. Sea Kings lost the first 3 games of the season against 3 very tough opponents, Corona Del Mar, Narbonne, and Madison from San Diego County. However, the Sea Kings were able to rebound with wins over Culver City and Newbury Park. The Mustangs also entered tonight's contest with a 2-3 non-league record with wins over Division II, St. Francis, El Segundo, and losses versus La Serna, West Torrance, and South Hills. The Maricosta Palos Verdes matchup is always a key Bay League matchup, as of course the winner of this contest pretty much has decided the Bay League championship over the last decade. So I'm excited to see what will happen here as we start Bay League action here at Waller Stadium. Fans, I'd like to take this time to thank longtime Maricosta football sponsor Skechers. Of course, Skechers is the sponsor of our pregame show and our trivia contest. And coming up on Sunday, October 28th, is the 10th annual Skechers Peer-to-Peer Friendship Walk, which benefits local South Bay charities. We are getting close to kickoff as the band is entering Waller Stadium. The captains are going to meet at midfield for the opening coin toss. For the Maricosta Mustangs, number 3, Nick Carpino. Number 45, Harim Cortez. Number 21, Matt Harry. And of course, number 5, Coda Thormasgard. Like I mentioned earlier, the Maricosta Palos Verdes matchup is a very key Bay League contest as both teams are getting ready here for the opening coin toss. Palos Verdes has won the toss and have elected to receive the ball to start off with. Mustangs will defend the west end zone to start off. And we are getting close to some high school football action. Mustangs are getting pumped up now, getting ready to take the field. And here come your Maricosta Mustangs. Again, Palos Verdes will be featuring a very heavy run-orientated offense, and they will be receiving the ball. Kicking off is Jack Austin. It's a high-end over-ender, which will go into the end zone for a touchback. So Palos Verdes will start off on its own 20-yard line to start the contest, as we see head coach Don Morrow facing off against his former assistant, Guy Gardner, here at Waller Stadium. Number 17, Ben Davidson, is lining up at quarterback. He's going to start off with the pass, and a big hit there by Jackson Fisher. There's a penalty flag on the play, and that is going to be a personal foul on Fisher. That was definitely a big hit by him to start this contest. Interesting that Palos Verdes started off passing when they feature a very powerful running offense. We have an I formation out of the pistol, and the give is given to Ryan Wilson, number 21, for the Sea Kings. Again, the Sea Kings came out in that pistol I formation. There's the pistol I that they like to run out of. Again, another handoff through the right side, taken down by number 39, Slade Gordon for the Mustangs, is Wilson again for the Sea Kings. Davidson again is in the pistol I, this time lining up next to the fullback in the I formation, and he's going to hand it off again up the middle to Wilson, stopped by Matt Harry of the Mustangs, which will bring up a second down and about 6 to go for the Sea Kings. And another run by Davidson will bring him to about the 45-yard line of the Mustangs. That'll be a couple yards shy of the first down. Davidson under center, full house backfield for the Sea Kings, and they're going to give it to Wilson again. He has enough for the first down before he's brought down by a bunch of Mustangs, led by Aiden Tomlinson and Coda Thormasgaard on that play for the Mustangs. Sea Kings picked up the first down, however, and are now in Mustang territory. Davidson back in the pistol I formation, and another handoff to Wilson, this time around the left end, and he was stopped in the backfield by Coda Thormasgaard, who got great pressure in on that play. He'll bring up a second down and 11 situation. Pistol I for Palos Verdes. Davidson's going to throw it out to number 7, Julian Alusi, who is able to pick up nice yardage and a first down to the Mustang 20 for the Sea Kings. Davidson under center, full house backfield for Palos Verdes. The handoff goes to Wilson around the right end. He's not going to get much on that play. Brought down by number 12, Luke Weaver, by the Mustangs. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 8 situation for Palos Verdes. Pistol eye for the Sea Kings. Again, another handoff, this time to Wilson, and Wilson breaks free up the middle, springs it towards the right end, and gets into the end zone for this first score of tonight's contest. Derek Roche with the point after attempt, and it is good. So the Palos Verdes Sea Kings lead the Mustangs with 7 minutes and 27 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 as Roche sends the ball to about the Mustang 5, and Jake Salazar will return it up to about the Mustang 27-yard line, where the Mustangs will begin tonight's contest on offense. Mustangs coming out in a trips right formation, a handoff around the left end to Coda Thormasgaard, gets a nice gain to the 40-yard line. First down run for the Mustangs, as Coach Morrow talks to Slade Gordon about what they need to do to stop this running attack from Palos Verdes. We got Carpino under center. He's going to hand off again to Coda Thormasgaard. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, which will set up a 2nd down and 10 situation for the Mustangs here in the first quarter. We got a man in motion from left to right, sending up a trips formation to the right. Carpino will throw it to the man in motion, and that is Jackson Fisher. Good for a few yards, which will bring up a 3rd down and about 7 to go for the Mustangs. Got doubles right and left for the Mustangs. Carpino in shotgun. Carpino's dropping back to pass. He is now scrambling to his right, and he is going to be taken down for a sack by Palos Verdes' Luke Spahol. Austin in for the punt is a high-ender over-ender. It's going to send back the Palos Verdes' Alisi back, and Alisi still on his feet and is going to get to the Mustang 42-yard line, where Palos Verdes will start their second possession as Wilson gets the ball again, this time around the left end. Good for a nice gain on first down. It's going to set up a 2nd down and about 4 to go for Palos Verdes. Davidson in the pistol eye formation. He's going to take it himself on a read option. However, the play was blown dead as Palos Verdes had a false start, and that will bring up a 2nd down, call it 9 or so, for Palos Verdes here in the first quarter. Davidson in the pistol eye. He's going to throw it towards the right, and that's complete to Alisi. Alisi still on his feet and is fighting for a first, still on his feet, and finally driven out of bounds by Tofigi at about the Mustang 25-yard line. A nice play by the Palos Verdes receiver on that play, not giving up and continuing to fight for yardage, as it looks like there will be a timeout here on the field called by Palos Verdes. So with 3 minutes 54 seconds left to go in the first quarter, Palos Verdes is driving yet again. Another nice run there by Ryan Wilson will get a first down to about the Mustang 15-yard line. Pistol eye for Palos Verdes. Davidson takes it himself around the right end, and he is going to get near the goal line before he is stopped by Shapiro at about the 1 yard line. Ben Davidson with a nice read option play around the right end to set up a first and goal situation here, as Ryan Wilson will take it in for the Sea Kings for the Palos Verdes touchdown. Roche in for the extra point attempt. And that ball is up high, straight and good. So Palos Verdes leads the Mustangs 14-0 with just over 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter of play, as the ball is taken by Weaver after dropping and picking it up and taking it out past the 35-yard line. Nice return by Weaver after initially dropping the ball. As we see head coach Guy Gardner on the Palos Verdes sideline. Carpino will come out in a doubles right and left formation, and another handoff to Coda Thormasgaard will get maybe a yard or two on that play, setting up a 2nd down and 8 situation for the Mustangs. Trips left. Carpino looking to throw it over the middle, and that is complete to Eddie Berga Donovan out near midfield to about the Mustang 48-yard line. Carpino under center. He's going to hand the ball off again to Coda Thormasgaard. He's going to fight for maybe a yard on that play. Taking it to the Mustang 49-yard line, setting up a 2nd and 9 situation. Carpino under center. He's going to hand it off again up the middle to Coda Thormasgaard. Coda might have gotten another yard on that play. Just shy of the 50-yard line, bringing up a 3rd down and 8 situation here for the Mustangs. We have a trips left formation for Maricosta. Single receiver to the right. Running back to Carpino's left. Carpino's going to scramble now to his right. He's looking to throw it deep down the sideline and overthrows Harry. However, there is a penalty flag on the play. It appears there was pass interference by Jake Wilson on the play. Let's see what the referee will say on this one. And indeed, it is pass interference against the Sea Kings, which will give the Mustangs a 1st down at the Sea King 35-yard line. Mustangs in the I formation. Carpino sends Harry in motion from right to left. And the handoff's going to go to Coda Thormasgaard up the middle. And that will be about 5 yards on the play to the Sea Kings 30. So that won the first quarter of play. Palos Verdes 14, Maricosta nothing. Tonight's trivia question, fans, is: what school did former Mustang quarterback and Mustang assistant coach Guy Gardner get his first head coaching position at? To answer tonight's trivia question, log on to Maricosta High School football players, and if you are the first person to answer it correctly, you will receive 1 point. The person with the most points at the end of the season will receive a pair of shoes courtesy of Skechers. And we are getting ready to start the second quarter of action. Palos Verdes leads the Mustangs 14-0 in this first Bay League contest of the season for both squads. The officials are breaking their huddle, and we are getting ready to start the second quarter of action. Mustangs are coming out in an I formation. Carpino under center. Now the Mustangs shift into a trips right formation. Reed Vabre will line up at quarterback. Carpino takes the handoff from Vabre after coming in motion, and he will throw the pass incomplete, intended for a receiver on the right-hand side. Mustangs tried a little trickery there as Carpino will line up back at quarterback, and this time will complete the ball to Brody McKinnon. The sophomore has had a sensational year, and that will be enough for a Mustang first down at the Sea King 24-yard line. Trips right for the Mustangs. Carpino will hand it to Coda Thormasgard again, and he'll get to about the 22-yard line of the Sea Kings. That's going to set up a second down and about 9 situation here for the Mustangs. I formation. Carpino will fake the handoff and throw it to Reed Vabre this time out of the backfield. Good for a few yards on the play. It's good to see number 18, senior Reed Vabre, back in the lineup after missing most of the season so far. Looks like there's a personal foul here against the Sea Kings. Guy Gardner doesn't agree with that call by the officials. So now the Mustangs will line up at about the 7-yard line. Carpino in shotgun. He's going to drop back, pump fake. He's throwing to his left side, and that's complete for a touchdown to Brody McKinnon. McKinnon with yet another touchdown reception for the Mustangs. Like I said earlier, the sophomore is having a sensational season this far. Has become Carpino's #1 receiver. As we'll take another look at this, Carpino gives a little pump fake and then finds McKinnon in the end zone for the touchdown. Great job by the Mustangs moving the ball and getting on the scoreboard. Jack Austin on for the extra point, and that is going to be no good. So the Mustangs will trail the Sea Kings 14-6 with 10 minutes and 14 seconds to go here in the first half. And Austin with a little squibber, it's going to be taken at the Sea Kings 20-yard line, and he's going to break free to about the 27. And a penalty flag will come in on that play. It appears that there might have been a face mask call. Let's see what the call is from the officials. Indeed, it is a face mask on the Mustangs. So that will give the Sea Kings good field position at their own 33-yard line to start this possession, as Kielbasa will get the handoff, and he gets a good run, and he's still on his feet into Mustang territory, forced out of bounds by Reed Vabre. Davidson in the pistol eye. He's going to throw it this time out to number 7, Alessi. And Alessi is not able to haul that in, so it's going to bring up a second down and 10 situation for the Sea Kings. Again from the pistol eye, low snap, and that is fielded nicely by the quarterback, who hands it off to Kielbasa again, and he gets a nice gain around the right end, setting up a third down and call it 3 situation. Pistol eye, Davidson in at quarterback. He's going to fake the handoff to Kielbasa. He's going to take it himself. He's going to get the first down and more to about the Mustang 15-yard line. Davidson made another nice read off of that read option play. And again, we'll hand this time off to Kielbasa, and Kielbasa is going to be stopped with a nice open field tackle by Adam Shapiro.
Adam Shapiro, number 24.
There's a penalty on the Mustangs. So it'll be 1st and goal for the Sea Kings at the 7-yard line here. Timeout on the field. It appears Coach Morrow did not agree with that penalty and wants to discuss it with the referee. So with 8 minutes and 34 seconds left to go in the first half, Palos Verdes will come out again in the pistol eye, and that is Kielbasa, and he is upended. Hank Dunlap and Slade Gordon in on that stop. Another penalty against the Mustangs will be half the distance to the goal, which will bring about the 1.5-yard line. As Davidson comes under center, full house backfield for the Sea Kings, and Davidson's going to take it himself, and he pushes forward for the Sea King touchdown. Sea King offense has been pretty much unstoppable on the ground so far this evening for Coach Guy Gardner. As Roche comes in, and Roche gets hit hard. However, it doesn't appear that there's any penalty flag on that one, as the Sea Kings take a 21-6 lead. Actually, they're going to assess the penalty on the kickoff, and that ball goes through the end zone for a touchback, and that will set up the Mustangs at their own 20-yard line. Trips right for the Mustangs. Carpino in shotgun. He's going to hand the ball off, this time to Coda Thormasgaard. Trips left for the Mustangs. And not much in on that play for the Mustangs. Trips left for the Mustangs again. Carpino back to pass. He's throwing it deep down the right-hand side and incomplete. Intended for Matt Harry. Harry appeared to be a little bit shaken up on that play. Hopefully he'll be back soon. Officials timeout here, and we are getting ready for a 4th down punting situation. Austin in to kick for the Mustangs. It's a high spiraling punt, which will be down by the Mustangs at the Sea King 42-yard line. So with 6 minutes and 3 seconds to go here in the first half, Davidson leads out the Sea Kings in the pistol eye formations, hands it off again to Ryan Wilson, and Wilson will get another good gain on 1st down. Pistol eye for the Sea Kings. Davidson to throw. Alisi with the catch, and Alisi is still on his feet down to the Mustang 35-yard line before being brought down by Jackson Fisher. That Sea King running attack has definitely set up the pass here in the second quarter. Pistol eye for the Sea Kings. Davidson will hand it off to Ryan Wilson, trying to get around the left end, but he is not going to do so as Hank Dunlap brings him down. Pistol eye for the Sea Kings. Davidson pump fakes. He's throwing it deep down the right-hand side, and that's complete to Lisi. He might be in for the touchdown, but the official is saying he's out of bounds at what appears to be the 1-yard line. However, there is a penalty flag on the play. Let's see if it is going to be against. It appears to be against the Mustangs. Perhaps a late hit on Davidson. Let's see what the call is here. Right now, the ball is spotted at the Mustang 2-yard line. And it is a personal foul. Late hit on the quarterback. Half the distance to the goal will set up Palos Verdes on a 1st and goal situation from the Mustang 1. Davidson under center, full house backfield. Mustang showing blitz. And there appears to be movement. Let's see who moved first. And it is a false start against Palos Verdes, so that's going to back him up to the Mustang 6-yard line. Still 1st down. Again, Davidson under center, full house backfield for the Sea Kings. He's going to hand it to Cabasa, and Cabasa is going to get to about the 1-yard line before he's stopped by Tofigi. So Kilbasa was able to pick up the 5 yards they lost on the false start. Davidson under center, full house backfield for the Sea Kings. Mustangs showing blitz again, and this time Kilbasa is going to be stopped in the backfield for about a 3-yard loss to the 4-yard line. Great job by the Mustang defense coming up strong on that play, setting up a 3rd down and goal situation as there is a timeout here on the field. With 2 minutes and 11 seconds to go in the 1st half. There again is movement on the play. Let's see if it is again a false start on Palos Verdes. So that's going to back him up to about the 7-yard line. 3rd down and goal situation. Pistol eye formation for Palos Verdes. Ooh, a little read option play. They fumbled the ball. Is almost like a bounce pass to Ryan Wilson. Fortunate bounce for the Sea Kings as they're able to take it into the end zone for a Sea King touchdown. Roche on for the extra point, and that extra point attempt is good. So that will extend the Sea King lead to 28-6 with 2 minutes and 4 seconds to go here in the 1st half of play. Roche will kick off again for the Sea Kings, taken at the 5-yard line by Jake Salazar, returned to about the 17-yard line of the Mustangs. Coda Thormasgaard in at running back, and the pass was incomplete, intended for Danny Millay. Carpino in shotgun. He's dropping back to pass. He's scrambling now to his right. He's looking to throw, and incomplete, intended to Thormasgaard out of the backfield. Doubles right and left for the Mustangs. Carpino in shotgun. Carpino's dropping back. He's looking to pass to his right is complete. There's a penalty flag on the play. Had a little wide receiver screen that was complete. Let's see what the call is by the referee. And it is a defensive holding call, so that will bring a 1st down, automatic 1st down. Carpino in shotgun. He's going to hand the ball off this time to Dakota Thormasgard, who is not able to get around the left end. He's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Actually, there was a couple-yard loss on the play. Carpino in shotgun for the Mustangs. He's going to fake the handoff to Thormasgard. He's going to roll out to his right, throwing deep down the right sideline. And that's incomplete, intended for Luke Weaver. However, there appears to be another penalty on the play. Let's see what this call is. And it is going to be pass interference against the Sea Kings. So the Mustangs are getting help on offense by a couple of penalties on the Sea King defense on this drive, as the Mustangs again shift out of the I formation with Verbrey in at quarterback. He's going to throw it deep down the left-hand side, intended for Carpino, shifted out into a slot receiver position. I formation for the Mustangs. Carpino under center. He's going to hand the ball off this time to Dakota Thormasgard, and he's going to be stopped in the backfield, and that will bring us to halftime with the Mustangs trailing 28-6.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Maricosta High School Marching Band and Color Guard.
Welcome back, fans. The Mustangs are getting ready for the second half. And tonight's trivia question is, what school did former Mustang quarterback and Mustang assistant, current Palos Verdes head coach Guy Gardner, receive his first head coaching position? To answer tonight's trivia question, log on to Maricosta High School football players on Facebook, and the first person to answer it will receive a point. Person with the most points at the end of the season will receive a pair of shoes courtesy of Skechers, as Luke Weaver will return the opening kick to the 30-yard line to start off the second half of action for the Mustangs. Again, we'd like to thank Skechers for their long support of Mustang football. Trips right for the Mustangs. Carpino in shotgun. He's going to swing it out to the slot receiver on the right-hand side. Good for a few yards gain on the play. It's going to bring up a second down and about 8 situation here for the Mustangs. Carpino in shotgun. Doubles right and left for the Mustangs. Carpino back to pass. He's going to roll out to his left-hand side and throw it incomplete. However, there is a penalty on the play. Let's see who that is going to be against. From its location, I would say a defensive holding or a pass interference call. Let's see what... However, the official might have saw something in the Mustang backfield. Oh, they are going to call intentional grounding. So, tough call there for the Mustangs. That'll be a loss of down, bringing up third down. Trips right for the Mustangs. Verbre in at quarterback now. He's going deep. Intended for Carpino, who was lined up again as a slot receiver for the Mustangs. It's going to bring up a fourth down situation here in the third quarter. Austin in to punt for the Mustangs. He's going to send a high spiraling kick that will be fielded by Alisi. And Alisi is breaking free, and Alisi has gone the distance for the Sea Kings. That was a 55-yard punt return for a touchdown. However, there appears to be a penalty on the play. It's going to be against the Sea Kings. Luckily for the Mustangs, that was a nice return by Alisi, as we see Cole Trejo, an injured receiver, Matt Harry, on the sideline. Hopefully both of those players will return later this season. It appears that they're not going to be returning tonight, however, as the Sea Kings pick up a yard on the play. Davidson in the pistol eye formation. He's going to hand it off again to Ryan Wilson. Wilson makes a nice move and gets around the right end for about 7 yards or so. So that will bring up a third down and about 3.5 for the Sea Kings. Pistol eye. Davidson fields the low snap and is going to take it himself. Let's see if he got enough for the first down. And he did get enough to move the chains. 1st and 10 for the Sea Kings. Again, the pistol eye for the Sea Kings. Handoff up the middle, and the ball is loose. I think they're going to call Wilson down. Fortunate break there for the Sea Kings, as Wilson's able to pick up about 5 yards on the play. Pistol eye for the Sea Kings. And again, the handoff goes to Wilson up the middle and brought down by Verbre, Shapiro, and Malay on the play. going to bring up a third down and short. They are going to call that a first down run for the Sea Kings. Pistol eye for Palos Verdes. Davidson in at quarterback. And there appears to be a penalty on the play. And that will be a false start again on Palos Verdes. So a first down 15 situation for the Sea Kings here in the third quarter. Man in motion, that's Alisi. Alisi's had a fine game so far as the ball is handed off again to Ryan Wilson, stopped by Hank Dunlap of the Mustangs. And that will bring the ball into Mustang territory with a second down and short situation here for the Sea Kings. Pistol eye for Palos Verdes. Low snap, Davidson fields it. He's going to roll out to his right and throw it, and it is incomplete, intended for Alisi. Covered on the play by Jackson Fisher. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 2 situation now for Palos Verdes. Again, pistol eye for Palos Verdes, and he is met in the backfield by Slade Gordon and then brought down by the rest of the Mustang defense. Able to get nearly to the, still going to be a loss on the play, but it could have been a bigger loss as Wilson was somehow able to get out of Gordon's tackle. 4th and 4 situation. Davidson in the pooch punt formation, and he is going to kick it down to about the 25-yard line of the Mustangs. No return on the play with 6 minutes and 9 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Mustangs come out in the I formation, man in motion, and there's going to be a handoff up the middle to Coda Thormasgard. Good for a few yards on that play. So it'll be about a 2nd down and 6 situation here for the Mustangs. I formation, man in motion. That's Weaver in motion for the Mustangs. It's going to be another handoff to Thormasgard around the left end, and whoa, he's upended and brought down in the backfield. Loss of about 2 yards for the Mustangs. I formation, play action fake, and there's a man down the middle. That's Brody McKinnon, and McKinnon has broken free for a Mustang touchdown. Wow, what a play there by the Mustangs. Oh my goodness. Great job by quarterback Nick Carpino on the play action pass. Let's take another look at this play as Carpino with the play action pass finds McKinnon wide open down the middle of the field, and then he hits him in stride, and McKinnon goes the rest of the way, 74 yards for the Mustang touchdown. And the Mustangs are now on the board. Add to their 6 points. 2-point conversion attempt here for the Mustangs. Carpino under center. He's going to try and pass it out to the right, and that's incomplete. So the Mustangs, again, add to their score, 12-28. They trail now here in the second half with a little squibber. The ball is free. That's a live ball, and the Sea Kings recover it. Austin had a few of those plays last season where he just pops it up in that in-tweener zone and is able to set up a bouncer, and then they were able to get a couple of those balls last year. As the Sea Kings come out in an I formation, Davidson with the pitch back to Wilson, and Wilson is breaking free, and Wilson is gonna go the distance to the end zone for the touchdown, nearly brought down by Coda Thormasgard, but Wilson gets into the end zone for another Palos Verdes touchdown. Roshin for the extra point attempt for the Sea Kings. Snap is down, the kick is up and good. So Palos Verdes will extend their lead to 35-12 with 4 minutes and 10 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Roche to kick off the ball for the Sea Kings, and that will go into the end zone for a touchback. Mustangs will begin this possession at their own 20-yard line. Carpino in shotgun. He's going to hand the ball off to number 6 for the Mustangs, and he is going to get down to about the 20-yard line, maybe get a half a yard on the play. Actually, they're going to spot it a half a yard shy, so he wasn't able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so it's going to bring up a second down and a 10.5 situation. Carpino's going to throw it over the middle and complete it to Brody McKinnon, who is tackled by several Sea Kings. Sea Kings are motioning that there was a fumble on the play, but the officials are saying that McKinnon was down by contact, and he picks up the first down. Carpino in shotgun. He's going to swing it out again to McKinnon on his left-hand side, who will pick up about 5 yards on the play before he is brought down. Second down situation for the Mustangs. Carpino in shotgun. Carpino looking for a receiver. Carpino still looking for a receiver, scrambling now to his right. He's going to take it himself, and he's going to get out of bounds with a first down. Great job there by quarterback Nick Carpino, scrambling for the first down after not being able to find an open receiver. I formation for the Mustangs, man in motion. And the handoff will go up the middle for the Mustangs. That was ran by number 44, Jake Brumley, for the Mustangs, bringing up a second down situation here in the third quarter. I formation, shifting out of the I formation. Carpino in the slot, Verbre at quarterback. Verbre's going to throw it now to Carpino, and it's complete. Carpino gets around the left end and out of bounds for a nice gain. First down play for the Mustangs. So on that play, the trickery did work. Carpino back in at quarterback again is going to shift into the slot. Verbre at quarterback now. Trips right for the Mustangs. Verbre's going deep down the sideline, intended for McKinnon, incomplete. Now with Reed Verbre back in the lineup, the Mustangs are able to do these multiple formation changes as trips right for the Mustangs. The ball is going to be handed off up the middle to Coda Thormasgard, good for a few yards. Having two quarterbacks on the field at the same time gives the Mustangs a lot of different play calling options, as the Mustangs will come out in a trips right formation this time. Carpino back to pass. He's going to throw it over the middle, intended for Coda Thormasgard, incomplete. It's going to bring up a fourth down situation for the Mustangs, about 4th and 6. Timeout on the field.
Ladies and gentlemen, this November, the marching band and color guard for your Maricosta Mustangs, Thursday, November 15th.
So with 26 seconds to go in the third quarter, Carpino will lead the Mustangs out. Trips right. Shotgun formation. Fakes a handoff to Coda Thormasgard. He's trying to scramble out to his right. Throws on the run and completes it to Danny Millay for the first down. Great job there by Carpino to find Millay, and good job by Millay to make a jumping catch. I formation for the Mustangs. Man in motion. Carpino's going to fake the handoff, and he is going to be swallowed up by Ryan Wilson on that play. And that should just about do it for the third quarter of action, and it does. Fans, to answer tonight's trivia question, log on to Maricosta High School football players on Facebook. And tonight's trivia question is, what school did former Mustang quarterback and former Mustang assistant, current Palos Verdes head coach Guy Gardner receive his first head coaching job? Again, to answer tonight's trivia question, log on to Maricosta High School football players on Facebook. First person to answer it correctly will receive a point. Person with the most points at the end of the season will receive a pair of shoes courtesy of longtime Mustang football sponsor Skechers. So the Mustangs have a lot of work to do here in the fourth quarter, trailing the Palos Verdes Sea Kings 35-12. Carpino in at quarterback under center. He's dropping back. He's trying to set up a screen intended for Eddie Berga-Donovan, and that ball is incomplete. Sea Kings read that play pretty well. Shift out for the Mustangs. Fabre in at quarterback. Fabre dropping back. He's throwing it deep middle, and that is intended for Coda Thormasgard. Incomplete. However, there is a personal foul against the Sea Kings. Carpino in the I formation. Man in motion. And there's a handoff to Coda Thormasgard trying to get around the left end and is unable to. However, he's able to get maybe a yard on the play. After that penalty the previous play, that's about all Coda needed was a yard, so the officials now are going to measure it. It's a close one. Let's see if the Mustangs were able to pick up the first down. And it looks like they did. And the Mustangs drive will continue here at the Palos Verdes 11-yard line to start the fourth quarter. I formation for the Mustangs. Carpino under center. Man in motion. Carpino's going to hand the ball off again up the middle to Coda Thormasgard. Good push by the Mustang offensive line. Will get the ball inside the 5 to the 4-yard line of the Sea Kings. And officials time out. Appears to be mentioning this something to Guy Gardner. Now winds the clock as the Mustangs will come out in a trips right formation. Ball is going to be handed off to Coda Thormasgard, and Coda gets down to about the 1-yard line on the play. So that will set up a third down and goal situation now from the 1-yard line. Carpino under center, I formation, man in motion. Ball is going to be handed off to Reed Fabre, and Fabre is able to burrow his way into the end zone for a Mustang touchdown. It's good to see Reed Fabre back in the lineup and back in the end zone for the Mustangs. Two-point conversion attempt for the Mustangs. Carpino in shotgun. He's throwing it over the middle, and that is going to be incomplete. I thought the receiver was hit early on the play. However, the officials didn't see it the same way I did. So with 9:32 left to go in the game, Mustangs trail Palos Verdes on the onside kick attempt, and Palos Verdes is able to recover it. Good job by Jack Austin. to give the Mustangs a chance on that play. So Davidson will come out in the pistol I formation and hand it off to Kilbasa around the right end. Good for a couple yards. Brought down on the play by Shapiro and Gordon. Second down and 8 for the Sea Kings. Pistol I formation. Davidson will take the ball himself around the right end and get a big gainer all the way down to about the Mustang 32-yard line. Ben Davidson with another nice read play on the quarterback keeper as, handoff attempt is fumbled but then picked up by Kilbasa, and Kilbasa gets a few yards on the play. That's the second fortunate bounce the Sea Kings have had tonight on a fumbled exchange. It's going to bring up a second down and 7 situation. A new quarterback in for the Sea Kings is going to be number 16 for the Sea Kings, Michael Nagy, in at quarterback, replacing Davidson. Takes it himself for the first down. So Nagy will hand the ball off this time to Kilbasa, and Kilbasa will take it into the end zone for the touchdown. The Sea King offense has been pretty much unstoppable so far this evening, as the extra point attempt by Roche is up high straight, and it is good. And Palos Verdes will extend their lead to 42-18 here in the fourth quarter. Derek Roche to kick off here for the Sea Kings. And here comes the kick. It's a very high end-over-ender, which will bounce at the 1, and the officials say that it got into the end zone for the touchback. So the Mustangs will start this drive off at their own 20-yard line. Shotgun formation for Carpino. He's back to pass, and he's going to throw it over the middle, complete to Brody McKinnon. McKinnon is still on his feet, and McKinnon gets down to about the 30-yard line, a 52-yard gain on that pass play for the Mustangs. Great job by McKinnon to break free and get all the way down to the Sea King 29. Carpino back to pass. He's going to roll out to his right, and that ball is going to be complete to Tofihi. So that will bring up a second down and about 2 situation here for the Mustangs. Trips right for the Mustangs. Carpino in shotgun. He's going to fake the handoff to Coda Thormasgard and then try to pass it to Coda. However, it was incomplete. That's going to bring up a third down and 2 situation here for the Mustangs in the fourth quarter. Trips right formation. Carpino back to pass. He's going to pump fake. He's now throwing deep to the left-hand side, intended for Brody McKinnon, incomplete. It's going to bring up a fourth down and 2 situation. Carpino in shotgun. 4 down territory for the Mustangs. He's going to try to throw it over to the right-hand side, and Weaver is still fighting for yardage and will get the first down for the Mustangs. Great job by Weaver to fight for extra yardage there. First down for the Mustangs. Carpino in shotgun. He's going to fake the handoff to Coda Thormasgard and pass it out to Weaver, incomplete. Second down and 10 from about the Sea King 17-yard line for the Mustangs. Carpino again in shotgun. He's going to fake the handoff again to Coda Thormesgard, and this time it is nearly intercepted by number 3, Jake Wilson. However, Danny Millay comes up shaken up on this play. Hopefully he'll be okay, as the Mustang medical staff will help him up. Hopefully it's just a cramp. He appears to be limping a little bit. Hopefully we'll see Danny in later this game. Third down for the Mustangs from the Sea King 17-yard line. I formation. Carpino under center. Man in motion. Carpino's going to hand it off to Coda Thormesgard, who stopped for a loss on the play.
Flag on the play. Coda Thormesgard, the ball carrier. Ryan Wilson on the stop.
Appears to be a penalty on the play. It's going to be a personal foul against the Mustangs.
Penalty on the offense.
Ball at the 32-yard line of the Sea Kings. Trips right for the Mustangs. Carpino rolling to the right, and he's throwing it deep down the sideline, intended for Weaver, incomplete.
TV takes over on downs.
So with 4 minutes and 38 seconds, the Sea Kings will take over, as number 20 will get the carry for the Sea Kings.
Guessing Wilson had
Huntsland
the high up.
with about a few yards gain on the play. Sea Kings are now looking to run out the clock. The Sea King backups are now in for head coach Guy Gardner, as Nagy is looking to take the ball himself and gets another nice little gainer around the left-hand side. Gets the ball out to about the Sea King 39-yard line. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 5 situation for the Sea Kings. As there appears to be a penalty against Palos Verdes, so that will bring him back even further. Again, the Sea Kings are just looking to run out the clock at this stage of the ball game, as Nagy will line up under center in an I formation. I'm expecting to see a run play here as he pitches the ball back to number 20, Huntsland. Huntsland will get a few yards. I'll bring up a 4th down situation. Timeout on the field. So next week the Mustangs will travel to Peninsula High School for a day game, as Palos Verdes will do the pooch kick and prevent a return, as the ball will be down at the 23-yard line. So with under 2 minutes, 1 minute 57, trips right for the Mustangs. Mustangs are trying to just get a little momentum going into next week's contest, as the pass is completed over the middle to Eddie Bergen-Donovan. Good for a Mustang 1st down. Trips left for the Mustangs. A handoff to Coda Thormesgard, and he stopped immediately in the backfield. So again, the Mustangs will have to rebound on the road next week at Peninsula. Day game, 3 o'clock start, as the Mustangs are looking towards next week at this point of the ball game. With under 2 minutes to go, trips right for the Mustangs. Carpino in shotgun. He's going to pump fake. He's going to throw it deep down the left-hand side, complete to McKinnon on the run. McKinnon still on his feet. Nice move. And he's still going and gets down to about the 19-yard line, about a 51-yard play for McKinnon. Nice pass there by Carpino to hit McKinnon on full stride. And McKinnon makes a couple nice moves there. So again, McKinnon has looked quite impressive this game, as he has all season. As Carpino is rolling out to his right, throwing incomplete. And that will do it. Mustangs will lose this contest to Palos Verdes by the score of 42-18. It is good to see Reed Vabre back in the lineup for the Mustangs. However, the Mustangs are still dealing with some injuries, as Cole Trejo was not able to play, as well as Aiden Tomlinson, and Matt Harry was injured during the game, as well as Danny Millay. Hopefully all of those players will be back next week, as the Mustangs will travel to Peninsula High School for a day matchup versus the Panthers. Again, fans, we saw some positive play out of the sophomore Brody McKinnon, as he has really established himself as Nick Carpino's #1 receiver so far this season. So fans, stay tuned for some post-game comments, and we will see you next week. This is Jeremy Stowski with Mustang sophomore receiver Brody McKinnon. Brody, another big game for you. What do the Mustangs need to rebound from this loss and come back strong next week?
Honestly, we made a lot of mistakes. We don't have defense all the time. Our defense isn't good all the time. We just need to focus up more and play our hardest, and we'll win.
This is Jeremy Stowski with senior Reed Vabre. Reed, you finally made it back in the lineup. What is it going to take for the Mustangs to rebound from this loss and continue on in Bay League?
To rebound, I mean, the second half, I think, was just a testament to where we're going next. I think we played really hard the second half, and I think that's where we should head, just working hard at the next week of practice to prepare for the next week.